Hey, what is up everybody, it is Online here, and welcome back to another video. And I guess before this video starts, I really want to say thank you guys so much for the support lately. We just passed 1K on this channel, which is obviously phenomenal. It's a milestone I've been wanting to hit for a while now. Probably like the biggest milestone I was like, admiring as a kid. We actually finally hit it, which is awesome. We're already well past 1K, we're moving on. So that's great to see the channel going pretty far right now. And yeah, I guess I wanted to say that the whole special 1K video will be coming out soon. I really want to take my time with it and try to make it as good as I can, so I'm going to be getting regular videos out like normal for these next couple weeks. It might come out in the next couple weeks ahead. I just really got to figure out when I want to put this video out, and I'd expect it before E3, honestly. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to say thank you guys. Of course, my, formal 1K video will be coming out in the future, but yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, moving back to the original topic of this video, I really want to talk about The Last of Us Part 2. Now, looking over, my channel, I realized I haven't really done a Last of Us Part 2 video since maybe even like the end of December, when it got revealed back in December at PSX. And that's kind of, weird because this is my most anticipated game coming to the PS4, just in general. I absolutely loved Last of Us. Can't wait for Part 2. And well, I figured, it's time to make another video on it. And honestly, what I've been seeing lately in my life is whenever I bring up The Last of Us Part 2, it always comes down to release dates. Whenever I talk to my friends, it always comes down to when this game's going to come out, the past, how long they've been working on this game. So today, I figured I'd talk about The Last of Us Part 2, and when I see this game coming out, and kind of like the past and like the track record of Naughty Dog, and where this game is. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll just talk about where this game went originally. I think the development started in this game in 2014. Obviously, as you guys know, Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley were probably working on The Last of Us Part 2 before they got asked, to take over what Amy Hennig was working on. That was Uncharted 4. That whole debacle with Sam getting a new actor as Troy Baker now. Just the whole thing that went out there. We still don't know exactly what happened, if she was forced out. I think it's something around that era, but, this is happening around that time. Of course, pre-development was probably happening for The Last of Us Part 2. This is where it gets a little iffy because Neil has stated that for years he was thinking about, how they could possibly do a sequel, and he didn't want to do a sequel if it wasn't going to live up to The Last of Us, the original game. He doesn't want to make a sequel just for the money, just to get sales. Obviously, he wants to tell a sequel if it is needed to be told. And with that, we know they started development like literally around a year after, so of course, that trailer that we saw at PSX was filmed, I believe, 2.5 years beforehand, so that trailer was filmed a while ago. And this is where I see a lot of comments stating that this game is already going to be coming out soon, and this game's going to come out in 2018 almost. And that is something that I really want to address in this video because that is something I just feel like is not true and not true at all. So going back, of course, Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley had to work on Uncharted 4, Thief's End after Amy Hennig. So I'm reckoning around May of 2016 is when they got finally their hands free and they could start working back on The Last of Us Part 2 and tell that story that needed to be told. Of course, with that, they already announced that they're going to be doing a DLC. So I have to reckon that at least half the team has been working on the DLC Uncharted Lost Legacy, because, as the rumors are, it's going to be like a big 8 to 10 hour adventure, and it's going to be pretty lengthy in size, and honestly, as we know, this game needs to come out in about 3 months' time from now. So obviously, I think it is safe to assume that most of the team is working on Lost Legacy right now. There is no need for most of the team to be working on Last of Us Part 2 right now, when they need to get Lost Legacy out the door. And honestly, the sooner they get Lost Legacy out the door, the sooner they can start working on Part 2 as a full team. Now, that being said, Naughty Dog is not the two-team development that they used to be. As we know, based on previous interviews with Game Informer for Lost Legacy, they're about a team and a quarter about now, and if they need to hire more for certain, seasons of the year that they need to like kind of crunch time on, they'll do that accordingly. But, they're not the same two-team that we know from Uncharted 3 to Last of Us and all that stuff. They can't be pumping games out as quickly as they have been. And well, that's pretty much just the case. Now, another reason I don't see this game coming out until 2019 is for the sole reason that Evan Wells said he just recently got the pitch for the game.
And we're very comfortable now with being able to give our full effort to one big production and then be ready for the next game after that. I'm super excited about Last of Us Part 2. It's going to be a great game. Actually, just got the story pitch from Neil very recently, and it's going to be amazing.
Now, that is something that's definitely, early in development. Obviously, they just started mocapping earlier this year again. And yeah, looking at their past track record, I think that most of the team has pretty much been working on Lost Legacy for the past year or so. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what needs to be said in terms of like development time. Of course, you know, with the whole thing with Last of Us is something that needs to be taken time with. It's something that needs to be perfected on, because or else they're going to get shamed on for making a sequel just for money or just for sales. And Naughty Dog definitely doesn't want that to happen to them. They want to tell a story because, as you guys know, they like their characters just as much as we do. They're probably way more attached to Ellie and Joel than we are, and it's something we need to give them credit for. And honestly, everybody talking about how we're going to get a gameplay reveal at E3 just really makes me wish that they're not going to be pushing Naughty Dog so far. I really think that this team needs to take its time, and I think that, you know, that's what they're pretty much doing right now. I feel like this is something that Sean Layden even mentioned back at PSX. They said it's an early development, and even Sony didn't really want them to show this so soon, but the team just wanted to get pushed out, wanted to tell them that they're working on the game so the fans could, you know, be excited for and hyped up for. And honestly, I think this game was originally going to be revealed at E3 2017, but, you know, Naughty Dog just wanted to get that out there. So as for the Horizon, I kind of want to talk about what you guys can expect in the Horizon for, you know, looking at past years and past Naughty Dog games, what you guys can expect for in terms of what's going to be revealed there. So this E3, as I said, I think we're going to be getting a new cinematic trailer just like Uncharted 4 got in E3 2014. Obviously going to be giving us more hints into what this whole story is going to be about, and should be pretty exciting. Probably going to get a lot of new information from that trailer, and will be pretty exciting. Now for gameplay reveal, I think they'll be saving that for PSX this year. I think that we're going to have like a big fan blowout, kind of like what they did with Uncharted 4. They showed off like 15 minutes of gameplay. Will it be 15 minutes? I don't think it will be that much. I mean, it could possibly be 15 minutes long, but something around that 10-minute mark I think we'll see at The Last of Us Part 2 this, you know, this PSX, you know. And looking at release date, I honestly see this game as like a May 2019, you know, that first quarter to second quarter of 2019. And I think up until summer, I think they have that gap until 2019. And yeah, I honestly see this coming out alongside, you know, Sucker Punch's new IP for 2019. And just wanted to clear the air on this, because this has been like a thing I've been constantly running into talks with. You know, everybody I brought Last of Us Part 2 up with, they either think it's going to be late 2018, summer 2018, or, you know, alongside my prediction saying it's going to be 2019. So yeah, as you guys know, I'm clearly hyped for The Last of Us Part 2. I want this game to come out as soon as it can, but I also have to agree that, you know, Naughty Dog really needs to take their time with this game, and honestly, a delayed game or a late game is going to be way better than a game that just gets rushed out. That's going to be forever bad. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about Last of Us Part 2. Truly exciting. Looking forward to seeing E3 this year, seeing what Sony has to show for the game, because I do think it will make, you know, another trailer debut, and it should be pretty great. So yeah, guys, this has been Online. Are you guys hyped for The Last of Us Part 2? I sure hope you are, and probably you are. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting times ahead in the next couple of years, see what Naughty Dog has to show for this game. And yeah, I guess you can expect future videos of me talking about The Last of Us Part 2, possibly going into theories and speculation. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.